Hey YouTube, this is Agent Rep, and with me once again is
Journeyman Smith, and we are going to actually play Dragon Age today instead of reading Codex for you. So remember, this game is rated M for maturity, so some scenes may not be appropriate for younger children.
Yep. Well, we have been staring. So, okay, would you like to talk to Bear or open the chest?
Open the chest. I've been wanting to know what's in there.
Well, there's quite a bit of stuff in here. So, the plate of Dragon Age, the
Plate of the Blood of Dragon. Pentasha Vor. Bleh.
we'll see it all when we go in the wardrobe, okay? I
Yes.
I can't read it that fast, and some of the words are hard.
Riva's robes, Fatamud Vitar, Harlot's bolts,
Mind Shadow Vitar,
Blades of the Fallen Kingdom,
Foe of the Fallen Kingdom,
Armor of Belinaris,
Mind Warrior Vitar,
Belara's Nerve,
Ringlet of Sorrow. Both of those belong to Belara. Davrin's Resolve and Beacon's Edge are both Davrin's, along with the plate of Constable High.
Emmerich Mystique, Staff of Incessant Gaze,
Both those belong to Emmerich. Harding's Focus and Sunder Bow both belong to Harding.
Lucanus's Gall, Heart Piercer, which is Lucanus's,
Nev's Fever,
Fervor,
Fervor, and Cat's Eye are Nev's. Tasha's Might, Grief, and Grief are all three
Tosh.
and that should be everything because we have the deluxe edition. So, shall we head into the wardrobe?
Yes.
And not trying to stand on it, but that works too. So, here we have the rusty sword we started with, and the blades of the fallen kingdom.
The Sentinel's blades, their jeweled inlays shimmer with an eerie light and still glow after untold ages.
And I'm not going to show this quite yet, so I will be showing them, but not at this very moment. And this is just a servable rapier. It's our offhand weapon. And then we have the um, battered bow and the bow of the fallen kingdom.
It's a sentinel's bow, inlaid with still glistening jewels of impossible age.
Yep. And then we have all these armors, which these armors are for all three classes. Unlike in certain other versions of Dragon Age, for appearance wise, you can wear any class's armor.
Okay.
Actually, you can legitimately just, even non appearance wise, wear any class's armor. It really doesn't have an impact. The only thing I look at when I look at armor is defense. I don't look at the side abilities unless, like, I look at the side abilities when I look at accessories. When I'm looking at the armor, I don't look at that. So, this is the armor of
Belinaris. Belinaris means eternity, which is roughly the age of this golden elven armor. Herolin's bolts.
space plates fixed to fine leathers and lined with brushed cotton ensures silence for a rogue whose deeds alone must be remembered.
And the mantle of the blood dragon, once worn by a great assassin, the crimson mark on its chest is indelible.
The Blood Dragon armor is a callback to Dragon Age Origins, one of the most famous armors that came with that game. There is a version for each class, so this is the Rogue version. And then we have the plate of the Blood Dragon, once worn by a great hero. The crimson mark on its front can never be removed. That is the warrior version.
All right. And then we have Reva's robes.
Named after the elven word for freedom, these heavily leathered robes with golden accents are fit for a god or a mage whose power rivals one.
Vestments of the blood dragon. Vestments once worn by a great mage, their crimson mark will never fade.
That is the mage's version of that armor. So
Hmm.
just like you have 3 here, that's again 1 for each class.
All right.
And then we have the jumper's jumper, a casual kit for a veil jumper's downtime, perfect for chats by the fire or laid back expeditions. So you get this one right away if you're a veil jumper. If you're
Oh,
not a veil jumper, when you reach rank 2 with the veil jumper's merchant,
mm-hmm.
you can then purchase it.
Oh, okay.
And then we have our starting armor. Worn
Leathers.
leathers offers moderate protection from the elements and less protection against arrows and other pointy things. So at the moment, we don't have an appearance picked. We'll probably, again, do that later. And then casual, we have our casual outfit. You can wear armor as casual or not. I usually just stick with the casual we're assigned.
Mm-hmm.
But not only can we customize what we wear, we can customize what our companions wear. So Harding has the a new bow appearance.
The Sunder bow, a hefty bow that deals a hefty blow.
And then we have All Reliable, a sturdy, dependable bow favored by scouts. It's low maintenance and highly effective. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to change appearance, but I am going to change our companion's appearance
All right.
because I usually stick with their default looks because that's what I kind of
Mm-hmm.
recognize. So I select their default weapon. And then we'll go in here. Harding again has more armor options, which the first one is
Harding's Focus. Arlathan gold, edged in brushed steel and gray leathers. Perfect for a forest perch with a clear sight line.
well, this is not the one she's going to be wearing, but I will show it to you. I'm going to move off here so you guys can see it. This is, if we were to select this one, what she would be wearing.
Mm-hmm.
However, as I said, I tend to stick with default, so she will be wearing the Traveler's Kit. This utilitarian scouting outfit is fashioned from durable materials with ample pockets, which makes it ideal for extended journeys. So that is what Harding will be wearing throughout this playthrough.
All right.
So here we go. Now we have Ned.
The cat's eye. This staff of spun gold marked the grave of a beloved cat laid to rest at the eyes of Nosen.
Snake's Eye, a serpentine staff with a spherical focus, favored by shadow dragons. For for ring velvet detailing that amplifies magical power. And the reason why I picked the defaults is because when we're out and about, you can
Mm-hmm.
find stuff for them, and when you equip it, it instantly changes.
Okay.
And that can be kind of jarring if you're not expecting it. So again, she has these two.
Nev's fervor. The height of Tevinter fashion with an elven twist. This hat says, "Who are you?" While the plating whispers, "Your worst nightmare."
And then as you can see, this is her. A lot of the deluxe ones that you get come with a cape, which is
Mm-hmm.
cool, but sometimes when your characters are running around, it can be like, why is my character running around with a cape right now? We're in a very
Yes.
the dragon coat, her default appearance, as bold and sharp as its wearer. This intimidating coat commands attention while featuring plenty of pockets for stashing case notes. So that is what Neb will be wearing throughout this playthrough. So
She likes to wear different shoes, I see.
actually no, that this the I want to say her right foot. Yeah, her right foot is actually a prosthetic.
Okay,
She
that's what I
did.
thought, but
It's dwarven made, which you can find that out if you read a certain Dragon Age book.
all right.
So that is the wardrobe. Now let's say hi to Varric before we head on out.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
All right, and we can't talk to Harding, but we can look at the Mirror of Transformation, which we will not do this time.
Right.
But we will probably look at that another time. So we can go check in with Nev, or, well, uh-oh, another codex entry. So even though we finished up the codex, you can collect more. So this is another codex entry. It is Introduction to the Lighthouse.
Introduction to the Lighthouse. Once the lighthouse was a place of learning with tools to study the secret workings of great magic. When Solus rebelled against those who call themselves our gods, the lighthouse became his center of operations, with tools to study the best ways to free ourselves from the tyranny of the Avaners. You are safe here, both those of flesh and those of fade. Any who wish to help are welcome. The magic of the lighthouse will provide for your needs, see to your comfort, and even help you understand different tongues. For those who escaped here from distant parts of the Empire, should you have any other needs, ask for the slow arrow, and I will help. Thalassa.
Asan. Fella Asan.
Fella Asa.
Because Asan is the word, elven word for arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I found that out the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is the last codex entry we have for at least a little bit. You literally everywhere you go, unfortunately, there is codex entries. So, well, shall we check in with Nev or should we save that?
I think we can check in with Nev and say hi.
Yep, Nev has been waiting outside for a little while, so let's open this door.
Whoa.
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
Oh, we have skill points. So let's quickly spend them. So, I'm going to be, as I said in one of
Mm-hmm.
the first videos, I'm going to be playing an archer, so I am heavily going to focus on archery skills.
Okay.
I will come back and pick up other skills from the core and stuff afterwards, but my main goal is to get down to the Veil Jumper specialization
Mm-hmm.
because that works best for an archery build. Oh, whoops. So now we have the optional capabilities to talk to both Harding and Nev, which we will do. But first, we're going to solve a puzzle. If you come in here, and this cutscene won't start until you activate it, you will notice over here by this door, there is a note. This is not a codex entry. This is a note.
All right. So, door plaque, 3 meetings face to face under the sky.
Now that is a reference to the statues out here. There's 3 pairs of statues that you have to make face each other. Now, depending on the way you do this, you can end up doing the simplest first or the simplest last. Again, this is a note. There is information that you cannot pick up and look at later.
Okay.
This is a faded note. Look at this place. We planned a rebellion here once. Said we'd change the future of the elves, throw off the tyrants, and we did. Now the path outside is fractured. It will be hard rekindling all the Illuvians. Solus, if you see this, I'll be looking for you, out in this world and in the mortal one. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. So you can always come back and read this, but it is not put in your codex.
Okay.
So, and here, this is the simplest pair of statues we're first going to pursue, which is a glazed face and a flawless crystal. Both of those are very helpful. So we're going to read, you see there's another note here. This is only ever on the first statue you come to, this note. And then it disappears.
Mysterious note. To enter the library passage, 3 pairings must meet face to face.
So, this is the first pairing, or the easiest pairing to find, because they're literally right across from each other. Sadly enough, the first time I was playing, I did not catch this and spent a good half an hour trying to find this pairing. Which is,
There must be 2 more.
like I said, pretty silly because it's the easiest one. But now, the first half of another pairing is over here. And we're going to pick up the 3 pure ore and 37 gold. So this, I'm going to point this way and then leave. Because, if you can tell over there, there's a statue all the way up here. So you have to go all the way over here. Oh, whoops. And pay attention. You can miss where there are cracks in the ground. And if you fall, you fall to your... Well, you just fall. And then respawn back where you fell.
That's the second. 1 more to go.
Now, the third one that we have is actually... You have to know this one's here. Oh, content marked with a timer will eventually expire as you progress. So that's referring to if we don't go talk to Nev, we'll miss what she has to say.
Okay.
But right now, we're actually going to go below where Nev is hanging out and come down here to the statue. And pick up some blacksmith's tools and 34 gold. Oh, another codex.
On divine imperatives, the helm of the solar is destroyed. Elgarnon's favorite torture is over. Too many agents have been rescued with their minds burnt out by that memory of an enraged sun. I feel a lesson here. The helm was not created to torment, but the Evanurus are not as we are. A god's ruminations carry their own will. And imperatives, memory bleeds into their icons and transmutes them as fire begets fire. For our wolf lord, who puts so much of himself into his creations, what imperatives do they carry? The heart of a rebellion must remain hidden, yet the light of divinity is uncontainable. We must be swift. A thought lingers, even as he saves us. What does he impart upon us? Reflections by Sharon, one who renounced Darenthal.
Okay? And I'm doing that to make sure it clears out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't move it up a section, it doesn't always consider that you've read it, even if you've completely scrolled through.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you can see, the statue is over there.
Yes.
This is much easier to make these jumps as a Qunari, I will say, because they are much taller.
Yes.
As a dwarf, it can sometimes be like, am I going to make that jump? Which I always do, but it's like, my character is very short. So, here we go. Say it one more time.
Okay, that did something.
What that did is open the doors to the library,
All right.
which we will explore another time.
Yep. So at this point, we want to thank you for watching and ask you to like or subscribe. Please give us some comments. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Just keep it polite. Bye.
Bye!